This is something that, me and many people in IBM are out talking to people about, all over the world and at every chance we get. AI system must be trained with transparency and trust in mind first. It's not an afterthought. Intent matters. If I intend to make a lot of money without working hard, I'm not going to have a great outcome. Accountability of the system must be present for humans to truly trust a machine. We must understand how machines arrive at the reasoned answers they provide. And without the accountability, we will have a very difficult time performing any sort of meaningful connection with AI. We won't use it. And if we don't use it, there's no money, there's no value. So we must develop a relationship with AI. So think of your design team as the parents of a young child. Think of your data science team as the parents of a young child. The child is very impressionable, totally gullible, learning a lot very quickly and growing by the day. It's your job to instill values, manners into the child from a young age and continually to nurture the growth. We have to give reasons a human to stick around while they're learning and growing. So this is something that we need to reinvent our ideology of AI, and we certainly wouldn't put a bunch of stuff into that AI, into that child, without doing our work and making sure that it's good information that we're pushing in and that we know where it comes from and that we're not just expecting the child to look at a bunch of screens and come out on the other side as a fully formed human being or contributing member of society. So I want to go back to the church, and this is a mirror image of our systems and our algorithms, and in the sense that we layer and layer and layer, and there's this horrible joke about, linear algebra and how linear algebra works very much like composting, because there's very few people on earth that understand, sigmoid transforms or the type of linear algebra that is needed. So just like composting, and we don't really understand what's going on in there, the algorithms are not looking at history. We're not breaking apart the layers. We're not understanding the layers. We're just adding more and more and more until it looks right, because people are not doing the work to understand the layers and why people would possibly build a Roman mansion on top of a Mithraeum, or why people would build a basilica on top of a Roman mansion. And when you do start to understand why, everything comes into perspective.